What if My Hero Academia characters were countries? Shoto Todoroki. Seasons are really prominent. One month it could be really hot, and the next month it could really be cold. Like if your friend had friend zoned you for the second time because they found out you have a toothpick collection. Same goes with the temper of the citizens. You have the fire people who are looking for a little heat in their lives, and the chill people who are cold as ice. The parent concept doesn't exist. The flag is just blue and red. The government of this country is one of the most peaceful and powerful people. Get ready to get the goosebumps and learn emotional lessons if you want to face this country head in war. You could potentially lose it if you're a sympathetic individual. Bakugo. It's hot all year round. They have a yearly festival where all families come together to blow up pictures of their rivals in hopes of surpassing them and give themselves self-satisfaction to hide the crippling depression and inferior complex hiding underneath the skin. Explosions are legal. Civil engineers are the most in-demand job. Citizens have the personalities of a wild tiger if it had been stuck in their cage for 7 years. Watch out, you do not want to mess with this country because they have the explosives, and most importantly, the will to blow you up, like when you accidentally had that milk that has been on your fridge for over 2 weeks and don't notice until a few hours later. Deku. The tryhard of all countries, the weather is never too hot and never too cold. The citizens are like people the day before the SAT if the SAT was about a year long. Citizens are split between the normal people and the people that are extremely gifted to the point that nobody else bothers to question how the hell someone manages to keep getting more and more powerful because that's just how it is. They have a good armor for war, not just the plot one. Freckles is a facial feature common between all citizens. They're all cinnamon rolls that get protected by the gods outside of this world. Aizawa. The most lazy country. Schools could be in legal trouble if they did not include Sleep 101 in their curriculum. It's also a law to incorporate nap times into schools, companies, and workplaces. And 8 hours of sleep every night is mandatory in order to create a perfect utopia where dark circles aren't the size of an eye. It's only peaceful because nobody wants to do anything. Your existence and record will be erased if you break the laws. This includes the 8 hours of sleep. The most in-demand job is labor workers. Not that many though. The weather is not that cold, but citizens still wear scarves because why not? Uraraka. The citizens here are never down to earth. This country has the most advanced space facility in the entire world. A lot of the citizens have emotional issues, and childbirth is low due to that one confession they couldn't make to that one crush that is also lamenting their own single life as an office accountant when they were 15 years old. The government just wants to be rich. War weapons mostly consist of rocks. The flag is green. Nobody knows why. Valentine's Day is no longer just a celebration. People cry. Kirishima. People have the tendency to get hard. It's a trend to color your hair in a bold tint because that's just what the cool kids do in this country. A country that is very open to all sexualities. In this country, racism against iron is apparently a thing. Arm wrestles are treated like the movement of Pokemon cards if the cards broke a few arms along the way. The most in-demand job are doctors because strange things keep happening to the citizens' bodies. Spiky hair is a common facial feature. The weather can get fiery sometimes. Oh my. The most peaceful country is what they like to think. Hair strands are part of the normal diet of the citizens and are considered a very cultural aspect that highlights the country. I guess it's good hair. It's not allowed to smile, but If you don't smile, you're considered a social outcast, rejected by the entire community because everyone thinks you have some sort of sickness that can easily be passed on to other citizens and ultimately cause the entire country into a state of crippling depression. Nobody would ever want to go into a war with this country, knowing they cannot win against the strong-built citizens that, more than physical appearance, have a sense of charisma that can place you on your knees. Caminati. The most overall saturated job in the market are electricians. This country has the most light and power in the entire world. Citizens are not intelligent, but who cares? It's classified as normal. These last 10 years, over 30% of schools have closed down due to the lack of intellectual abilities that kids are born with. The government could be better, but who cares? Everyone's focused on the bigger countries to even notice anyways. Mineta. This is the most hated country. It's not special, it's ridiculous, yet has possession over one of the most powerful abilities in the world: luck. There are no female in this country, and thus childbirth is extremely low because who would want to have kids with a citizen from there? Citizens are forced to create their own type of entertainment, developing the biggest industry of drawn comics that the world has seen. Don't ask what those comics are though. On Valentine's Day, there is a unique tradition of telling citizens physical encounters that have happened with actual females. It is an activity broadcasted on TV. Toru. This country is invisible, and thus nobody knows anything about it. It remains a complete mystery, just like when you're trying to figure out who ate the last piece of cake on a Sunday morning. Suyu. The country is not inland. Although you might not know it, the citizens here often bottle up their feelings, but rather than exploding them afterwards, the slight move of the bottle cap will slowly release those feelings into the air, leaving them behind on the next chapter. Tongues are shockingly long. It's a smaller but really loved place. The citizens are really nice and kind people. It would be a very welcoming land if it were a land. The flag has the symbol of the country, a frog.